Hey guys, today I want to do a little video on kind of a shop tour. Kind of what our shop is, our yard, some of the equipment that we operate. It's going to be tough because a lot of the equipment's not in the yard right now, which is a great thing. Believe me, that's a great thing. Because if it's not in the yard, that means it's out working, and that's where it needs to be. Because if it's all in the yard, you better go start getting your applications at Walmart, okay? But I'm going to run you around the yard, show you some of our equipment, some of the bore machines, some of our trenchers, some stuff like that. Give you guys kind of an idea what you're going to be able to see on videos. So I hope you guys enjoy that. We did just recently get a new Ditch Witch JT100, which is a directional drill. It is the biggest one that Ditch Witch makes. It's a 100,000 pound machine, which means it can pull 100,000 pounds worth. It's a big rig. We got everything from the JT100 down to the JT5s and about everything in between. So we do have a drill for every application. In fact, I think I got a project coming up where I'm gonna have to go buy a air mold, which, if we get into that, I'll show you guys that. That's old school. That is how you used to bore underneath roads way back in the day. I'm talking before I was even thought of. But it's, I'm not opposed to it. If it works, I'm all about it. So I'll give you guys a little tour of the shop here. Hope you enjoy some of the equipment. Kind of give you an idea what you're gonna be able to see, on my channel. So when we get there, I'll bring you guys back. All right, guys. So here you have the JT5. So this is a little 5,000 pound machine. This is what you're going to use for service bores. This is your machine that you're going to go and bore a 1-inch line across the road with, about 50 foot long, and you'll do it all day. This thing, sometimes I say this machine will make you more money than the big machines. This is a one-person machine you can send out, and it'll do 15 service drops a day, at 300 bucks a piece. It can go out and make some good money for you. So this is JT5. You can ream up to you can ream a 6-inch hole, 3-inch pipe with this machine. But this is mostly a service machine. So really solid machines. We got 3 of these, and we might, I take that back, we may have 4 of these, I'm not sure. 3 or 4 of these. Just awesome machines. JT5s. So we got a JT1220 right here. I call this an AT&T special. This machine here, I think, was developed primarily for doing cable jobs. Perfect machine to go out, shoot out 500 foot, hook on a 2-inch interduct, and yank it back. It'll go all day long doing that. Not a big powerhouse as far as reaming a hole. You could do a 6-inch bore with that. In fact, I think a lot of people do. We just have the luxury of having bigger machines, so that's kind of where we leave this at, is doing primarily phone work. So, and hauling it up front, your water trucks. You're gonna have to have water trucks with mud mixers to mix that bentonite. So, especially if you're in sandy soils. So that truck's mounted with 2 800-gallon water tanks and a mud mixer, and there's a mud mixer mounted on the trailer there. So that's JT1220, 12,000 pounds pullback. Here's a look at our JT2020. This is a 20,000 pound drill. It does really good for pipe up to 6-inch, 8-inch is about probably as big as you want to go with it. Sturdy machine. We haven't actually bought this machine yet. I think it's coming. We've done a couple test bores with it, and it's worked out really good. Feels really solid. So that's JT2020. Kind of hoping we get this machine. I hope the boss kind of pulls the trigger on this one. This one here is used. I think it's got 800 hours on it, so we can get some good use out of this machine. So JT2020. All right, so here I almost want to say this is an antique. When I started 12-13 years ago, this is the machine I broke out on. It's JT2720 Ditch Witch. Any of you guys that have been in this game any amount of time, you guys know what a 2720 is. Just an awesome machine, fast, reliable. I mean, this machine right here is probably, it's older than guy, not me. I would say this machine is probably an 06, 05, 06. They just flat go and go and go. We got 2 of these, and in fact, my boss, this is all he'll run. He's old school, and this is his baby. So JT 2720, 27,000 pound rig right there. You can do 8-inch, 10-inch, 12-inch. We've definitely maxed them out. So great machines. Okay, so getting a little bigger size now. This is a JT30. This is a 30,000 pound rig. This one's also brand new. I think we just broke over 35 hours on it here last week. Great machines. They're a little glitchy. They have a cam and bus system. It always seems like we have some sort of problem with that every now and then, but our other ones are 3020s. This is the newer model. This is a JT30. Hopefully we don't have those issues with it like we did the old ones. Rack and pinion system. So far been a really good machine, but like I said, 30 hours, hard to really tell, you know, what you're going to get out of a machine after 30 hours. So JT30, 30,000 pounds pullback. You can go out and do, you know, you can go out and do 500 foot of 12-inch with this machine, no problem. Hopefully it works out good for us. So coming in here, I don't want anyone to laugh at me, especially if there's anyone in the game right now that knows a thing or two about directional drilling. But it was on an auction, there was a killer price, and it was brand new, 35 hours, okay? I'm gonna show it to you right now. Get your Kleenexes ready, because I know you guys know what I'm talking about, are gonna get a big old kick out of this. Okay, Satoro, 40,000 pound machine, have yet to complete a bore with it. Every time we've tried using it, it has broke down. This machine has not been one of our good ones to say. We just hadn't had any luck with it. Every time we'd take it out, it would break down. We'd get shot in 50 feet and something would happen. Something would lock up, something somewhere. It's got 80 hours on it. It's brand new. I mean, the plastic is still on the hoses. Hasn't been a good machine. Rack and pinion system. Looks like it would be solid, but I wouldn't recommend it. Plus, loading system on it's all goofy. But we can go into more detail about that if anyone wants any more information about it. It is for sale. All right, guys. So here you have the JT100, 100,000 pound rig. It's got a crane for offloading drill racks. It's got a cab, climate control cab, because this thing, when you break your rods, their mud is flying everywhere. We just got this about 2.5, 3 months ago. I personally have not run this machine. That's another crew. It's completed 2 or 3 bores since we've had it. Lengths of, I believe, 1,200 foot of 12-inch, I think, and I think 1,200 foot of 10-inch. And then I think another 1,200 foot or a 4-inch, I think. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's what it has done. Powerhouse machine, rack and pinion system, 100,000 pounds pullback. I'm not positive on the torque. Plenty, because those bores that it did was through shale, and we did it with a railhead. No need for a mud motor, so it was able to power through that. Great machine, like I said, 100,000 pound pullback. We got a job on bid right now. I believe it is for 2,200 feet of, I think, 16-inch steel. So, which this machine will handle that. So that'd be cool. That'd be cool if we get that job. I'll definitely try to get you guys some footage of that, because that's the fun stuff. That's the butt puckering stuff. So yeah, JT100. All right, guys. So during that little shop tour, there were a few machines that are out that I wasn't able to show you. 2 of which are JT40s, or Ditch Witch JT40s. Probably, you know, this is arguable, of course, but probably the best machine Ditch Witch has is their 40,000 pound rig. It can do anything, small enough to fit anywhere, it can do anything. Probably the best machine they got. Okay, and then we got our rock drills. Okay, we got the mud motors for the 40, we got the mud motor for the JT100, but we do have an all-terrain. We got a JT30 all-terrain, which, if you guys don't know what all-terrain is, it's got the rod in a rod, spins a rock head, primarily for pilot shots and solid rock. So that's out working, so I wasn't able to show you that either. Let's see, what else is there? I think that pretty well covers it for drills. Some of the ones we don't have that Ditch Witch has, they got their JT60, which is 60,000 pound rig, which I think is kind of an in-between. I think the 40 can do everything a 60 will do. And then they're in between 20 and 30,000 pound rig, they got the JT25. Never been on one. I've seen them work. They look like great machines. Heard a lot of really good things about them. You know, can't give you any input on them. Never been on one. Never even ran one. I did see a JT60 at the IQ show in Kentucky last year. Looks like a great machine. I'm not bashing it whatsoever. My opinion is, I think a 40 can do everything that JT60 can do, especially when you're sitting like us and you got the 100 to fall back on. You know, if you didn't have a 40, you didn't have a 100, the 60 would probably be a great option to get you in to doing some of the bigger bores. We already had the 40, we had an 80, and that's why we upgraded to the JT100. So, you know, for us, the JT60 is not really needed. And until those 27s I showed you, those 2720s, until they completely blow up, we're probably not going to upgrade to the 25, the Ditch Witch JT25. So, just real quick, for you Vermeer guys out there, because I know you're out there, I'm not opposed to Vermeer. The reason we run Ditch Witch is because that's where our service is. Ditch Witch has our back on service. You know, they're 2.5 hours away. When we call, they jump, and that's why we have, you know, 19, 20 Ditch Witch bore machines. So nothing wrong with Vermeer. In fact, coming from a Ditch Witch guy, Vermeer probably makes a better drill. You know, you see a lot of really old Vermeers out there running, so nothing bad I can say about Vermeer. But we run Ditch Witch, that's where our service lies. So life is good, guys.